Well, coming up on today's show, we visit Northwest Ohio, and I got to tell you some fantastic things that we found in the area. The world-class Toledo Zoo is one of them. We went to the waterfront, we looked at some marinas, we looked at some glass blowing, just tons of things to do, plus an outstanding historical village where you can learn a lot about history. All that and more on today's show. Deach Brothers has a family tradition of producing fine chocolates and ice cream since 1937. Out and about Columbus explored the wonders of sweets in Findlay, Ohio, and met up with Jeff Deach, who told us about their rich history and the online availability of their products.
We started in 1937 with my dad and two of his brothers, and it's been in the family ever since. So this is now our 76th year we're starting this year.
Well, it must have been good for it to be around that long.
It's been good. We make all our own ice cream and chocolates. It's a lot of fun, you know. You bring smiles to a lot of people.
I ask you off camera, what is the top-selling variety of ice cream? And I actually wasn't surprised by the answer.
Vanilla is still the top seller. It's not the biggest seller in ice cream cones, but when you get to the half gallons and that, you sell more vanilla than anything else.
Okay, so I got to ask you though, Jeff, what's your personal favorite?
Probably go to something like butter pecan for me.
That's mine too.
We actually cook the flavor for it ourselves, and we roast the pecans that go in the ice cream. So yeah, it's a good ice cream, good flavor. Like I say, we do our own chocolates. Chocolate-covered pretzels are probably the biggest seller we're making right now. But we have them, or you can buy them loose out of the case. You can buy boxed chocolates. We do gift wrap for holidays, and Christmas is our biggest holiday. Easter, we do all the chocolate molds. We do rabbits, we do cars, dinosaurs, all kind of solid chocolate molds for Easter.
Now, we can get some of your products at a couple stores here in the Columbus area, right?
Right. We are in the Andersons down there and the Hills Market, the one out on the north side of town on 315 and the one downtown that they just started.
Deach Brothers, it sounds great. Look forward to enjoying some of those great products you make here.
Thank you for stopping.
Tired of doing the same thing every weekend? Try something new. Check out the event calendar at outandaboutcolumbus.com for the latest events and information. Located in the heart of Findlay, Alexandria's microbrewery isn't your everyday pub. Featuring a fresh scratch menu, Alexandria's can help you satisfy your hunger with their superb fare. Jesh Mascaro told me about the menu and the bowling alley on the second floor. What's a little history of Alexandria? I guess this place has been a ton of things.
It's got some history. Going back to the 1800s, it was originally a doctor had owned it. It was a horse livery. It had become a bowling alley in the 30s. And it sat like that for a long time until it was renovated just a few years ago for the restaurant. So
now the bowling alley is still active, still working?
Yeah, bowling alley is still working. We keep it pretty vintage. There's no computerized score sheets. It's still everything from like the 30s and 50s.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the food and craft beers and some of the things that are going on today, because this is happening.
Yeah, it's happening. We're trying to basically be relevant and modern with everything. We have kind of a gastro-pubby, speakeasy kind of feel, which is, it's pretty on trend and everything for today. My whole philosophy is more of an ingredient-driven philosophy. So we use local meats, try and get the fresh things. We'll go to the farmer's market. Craft beer is huge for us. That was one of the things we tried to push. So we have 44 beers in total on tap. Wow. We have breweries from all across the United States, also going to some of the oldest breweries in Europe. We keep 15 standard craft beers on, and then everything else is rotated. So you get a lot of nice beer going on there. And then the cocktails, no pre-mixed stuff. Like I'm making mixers out of fresh berries, where I infuse gin with saffron. I got some other infused alcohols. Try and keep it really fresh, really high quality ingredients, really tasty, and relevant and fun. New for around here. You don't see a lot of those things around here. So we're trying to bring some of that metropolitan flair, I guess you could say, to Findlay.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus. Toledo has always been known for glass making, so on our journey, I decided to make a pit stop at Fire Nation Glass, where Matt Paskett showed us how to create a glass masterpiece, and we learned that working with glass takes a ton of work and dedication.
Well, Matt, visitors to Toledo certainly want to come by here. This is pretty unique, this Fire Nation Gallery, Event Center. You've got a lot going on here. Tell us a little bit about this.
We sure do. Fire Nation opened in 2002, and it's our 11th year. We're turning it up to 11 this year at Fire Nation. So I'm one of the first galleries/studios in the area, in the region, to have a gallery and a full-blown studio together. And it's not just an area in the garage to show some glass, but I have a full gallery that's available for rental, and I have other artists from around the country that I also display here, as well as my own work.
And you've actually had things displayed all over the country, right?
Yeah, definitely. I enter shows and exhibitions around the country. I've been fortunate to win some awards in different shows throughout Ohio and Michigan and Indiana for sure. So it's been exciting. It's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, if a corporation wants something custom glass for an employee, an award or something like that, talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, that's a specialty of mine. I really enjoy working with folks and their needs and their colors and their shapes and sizes and their budget, what they might need, and then we're able to tailor a piece that's unique to them and they're not going to find anywhere else. It's custom made.
So not only corporate events, but you also do for private events, private little maybe fundraisers, things like that,
exactly.
Right? Tell us a bit about that.
That's one of our biggest growth area this last couple of years. I've opened the gallery and the studio up to private corporations or individuals who want to rent the gallery space, have a party. We've had showers, corporate events, private parties, and then we also incorporate it where the participants can make their own piece of glass if they wish, turn it into a workshop.
Yeah.
So we do team building with businesses, and it's neat to get everybody on the other side of the fence because they kind of razz each other a little bit and have a good time and loosen up, and it's a really good event to get the other side of your brain working and let the group gel a little bit together.
Well, I tell you, it sounds like a fantastic time.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Well, Matt, thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com. Toledo Beach Marina is a full-service facility with a sandbar, rack and launch facility, marina, and 550 deep-water boat slips. Amy Crouchman told me about the benefits of having multiple services at one location.
One of the things that people love to come up to Lake Erie and do is charter fishing. I understand you have a huge fleet out there.
We do. We have one of the largest fleets in the western basin of Lake Erie, 25 to 30 boats depending on time of year. The walleye, the perch, it's all out there just waiting. We have a full-service marina here, so mechanical, prop work, anything like that, we'll do what we can to get you back in the water and moving again. We have 550 in-water slips, and then we have 300 rack and launch slips. So there is a ramp here on property. You can bring a boat and launch it at the ramp and then go fish all day and come back. We're kind of a hidden gem here. It's a destination. So there's a deli on property, there's a restaurant. So when you come for the day, you get here in the morning, you can get all your ice and sundries at the deli and have sandwiches, go boating for the day, come back in. We have a brand new fish cleaning station, so you can clean your fish and then come up to the restaurant and have them cook your fish here for you. The sandbar has been here for many years. It's a local favorite because it's seasonal. So you sit right here on the water, you get to watch the boats come in and out just like this and enjoy the local fare. We have a full ship store. We're increasing our inventory as we go. Paint, anchoring, lines, life jackets, nuts and bolts, whatever you could possibly need.
Let's talk about charters. How many people do you take out on a charter and a little bit about that?
It's 4 to 6 people depending on the boat, depending on what you want to fish for. These are all guys that have been doing this for 20 years, so they know where the fish is.
And they know where the hot spots are.
They do. So whether it's in Ohio waters or Michigan waters, there's fish to be caught.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. Outandaboutcolumbus.com. Bellamere Suites Hotel has been named the most romantic getaway 7 years in a row by the Toledo City paper. This hotel is truly one of a kind. Whether you're looking to enjoy warm cookies and milk or alone time at your personal suite with that special someone, I interviewed owner John Kranjic to find out more unique traits Bellamere Suite Hotel has to offer.
Every day, people just pass in the night. They don't have a chance to get together. It's just like a continuous rat race. What we like to do is slow things down. We understand that quality time is the best time. So what we try to do here at the Bellemere Suites is we make a great place for two people to come together and to enjoy themselves without any interruptions, no cell phones, no hectic anything. And that's what we try to do here.
Yeah, and that's a very specialized area. What is, some of the amenities? I mean, as I walked through here today, I was like, wow, look at this, look at that. I'll let you explain it, because you can explain it probably the best of anyone.
Yes, you know what? We are in one of our royal pool suites here. As you can see, we've got a custom-made king-size bed. We've got a 48-inch fireplace, gas fireplace that starts up just with a flick of the switch. We also have a 47-inch TV overlooking your bed. These are all private units, so there's no hallways, there's nobody next to you that you can hear through the walls or anything like that.
Well, what was neat was walking in and seeing the pool on the first floor. That is just awesome.
Well, that kind of really, that sets us apart. I mean, you know what? We've got a big 2-person jacuzzi tub that holds 100 gallons, easily fits 2 of you. And we have the creme de la creme is our pool. Yeah. We've got an 18-foot by 11-foot, 5-foot deep pool. We set it at 92 degrees. It's year-round. So let it be summer, let it be wintertime. It's just for the 2 of you. You can sit in there. You can swim at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock at night.
Ohio's premier outdoor event facility and campground is just a short 30-mile drive from Columbus. Cardinal Center Campground and Shooting Center in Marengo. Take the family and enjoy today.
The Warehouse District in Toledo, Ohio is known for its variety of art shops, restaurants, and bars. Diane Kyle Hipp has been a part of the Toledo Warehouse District Association since 2001 and president since 2008. Mike spoke with her and learned more about the most popular attractions in the district.
Tell us a little bit about the Warehouse District here in Toledo.
Well, it is at the south entrance of downtown Toledo. So when you're coming off the expressway either side, you're going to actually come through the Warehouse District. And it's about a 20-block area, walkable neighborhood. We like to call it an urban village. Home of the Mud Hens.
So I assume this Warehouse District, just looking at the age, has some great history. Tell us a little bit about the history of it.
Yeah, it really does. You know, it was originally platted in 1817, and probably in about the mid-1800s is really where it began to thrive, mostly because of its proximity to the Erie-Miami Canal, the Wabash-Erie Canal, and the railroads. So in that day, that was the mode of transportation. So in its heyday, in the mid-1800s, we had hotels here, we had wholesale grocers here, we had hardware here, just about everything you could want.
One of the things that you notice about this Warehouse District is just how beautiful it is, the renovation. How long did it take?
Well, you know, it's an ongoing process.
I guess they never
it's still going on today, and our association attempts to protect the architecturally significant buildings in the district. Yeah. Most of them were built mid-1800s, early 1900s, and there's a lot of very beautiful architecture here. But I would say over the last 10 years, probably over 30 to 40 buildings have been renovated and repurposed in our neighborhood.
Well, I noticed a lot of the old buildings now have been turned into condos and apartments, that kind of thing as well, right?
Yes, it's been a great resurgence. We have people who want to live down here, work down here, play down here.
OutandAboutColumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now. Toledo is a wonderful city filled with many attractions. Whether you stop for lunch at Tony Paco's in the Warehouse District or visit the world-famous zoo, there is adventure to be had for all ages. Kathy Miller gave us the insight on what draws visitors to Toledo. Tell us about some of the things that are going on in Toledo this summer.
Well, the Toledo Museum of Art has some wonderful exhibits going on. Right now they have an Aboriginal contemporary art exhibit that runs through the middle of July. The Toledo Zoo, they have some wonderful exhibits this year. The Wild Walkabout with the Australian animals. It turned out that the museum and the zoo were both doing Australian exhibits in the same year. They didn't plan it, but it worked out wonderfully for promoting purposes. So.
It does work out well.
Yeah.
I know the waterfront's big here, Maumee Bay and that area. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, Maumee Bay State Park is on the western bank of the Lake Erie, and it's great for families. The lodge out there, there's camping, there's hiking trails out on the marshes. It's beautiful.
You know what was amazing to me is we had an opportunity to stop by the warehouse district, and what a great renovation and resurgence of an old area that's just beautiful down there.
That's a great point. The Toledo Mud Hens really started that resurgence when they came back downtown in the early 2000s and opened the stadium, and then the nightlife just kind of grew from there, and the little shops and boutiques down there, you can walk around and you can stop and get some ice cream. There's live music down there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday every week, and it's really a lot of fun.
Well, aside from the Buckeye beer that they serve in the Oliver House, what else can people find there?
They have an upscale steakhouse, Rockwell's. It's fabulous. They serve only prime beef at that location, and they have a cafe that has great lunches. They have a little sports bar called Mutt, so a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah.
Named one of the top 40 steakhouses in the nation by Esquire magazine, Mansi Steakhouse is a family-owned restaurant that has been serving Toledo for several years. Owner Gus Mansi showed us around the restaurant and gave us background on how it all got started.
Mansi's, this restaurant was founded in 1921 by my grandfather, and we're now in the third generation of ownership. We've been at this very location for 92 years, and we are a steakhouse. We age and butcher all our beef on premise. We really adhere to the time-honored process that my grandfather set long ago of being a butchery and a restaurant. People love our steaks. We do a lot of lobster, fresh fish, but we're best known always for our steaks, our 2-pound baked potatoes, big, huge shrimp cocktail with a spicy cocktail sauce. So a lot of things we've done for a long time, and we continue to keep going down that path. We've become a destination restaurant in Northwest Ohio. People love our atmosphere. It's warm, it's inviting. A lot of business meetings happen here, but also a lot of romantic evenings with couples celebrating birthdays and anniversaries. So we've kind of become a special occasion restaurant. In our steaks, we serve all certified Angus beef and USDA prime steaks. People they love our steaks.
Tired of doing the same thing every weekend? Try something new. Check out the event calendar at outandaboutcolumbus.com for the latest events and information. Mansion View Inn Bed and Breakfast is a magnificent 10,000 square foot mansion located in Toledo's historic Old West End, one of the largest concentration of Victorian and Edwardian homes in the United States. I spoke with John Duvall on the mansion porch about the variety of events and tour groups that come through each season.
Well, John, I got to tell you, just walking in the front door of this beautiful mansion and seeing the woodwork, it's just incredible. Tell us a little history of this.
Well, the house was built in 1887 by local grain baron Charles Reynolds. He built it for himself, his wife, and 2 kids, and the house is 10,000 square feet. Once he had the shell of the house up, he brought over woodworkers from France, and they did all the carving in the wood through the foyer up the stairs. Took them about 2.5 years to do the carving and installation of the wood. So it's quite impressive.
Yeah, hence the gorgeous entryway when you come in, right?
Yes.
As history has gone along here with this mansion, what do you do with it now? It's obviously a bed and breakfast and event, and you can have events here, right?
Yes. Yeah, the mansion has had quite a history. There are 2 very significant Toledo families, the Reynolds and the Secors, lived here. People do weddings, bridal showers, birthday parties, girls' night out, reunions, family weekends, and then we're also a bed and breakfast, so we can sleep up to 12 people at a time. All the rooms have their own bathrooms, and you get a gourmet served breakfast cooked by me in the morning.
And I think probably one of the benefits to staying here, you're close to a lot of items in this area, right? Or a lot of attractions, I should say.
Yes, definitely. One of our biggest draws is our proximity to the museum. We are right around the corner. So on a nice day, you can definitely walk to the Glass Pavilion and then just cross Monroe Street to the main museum. We're minutes away from downtown to the Mud Hens ball field, to the sports arena, to all the downtown restaurants. And anywhere in Toledo, you're 10 to 15 minutes away from pretty much anywhere in the whole city.
Yeah, a lot of fun activities, no
Yes,
question, and a great place to stay.
It
Beautiful.
is.
John, thanks so much for being on the show.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus. Sauter Village is known as the destination of choice in Northwest Ohio. This village is home to a bakery, restaurant, Heritage Inn, gift shop, and so much more. Kim Krieger and I went over the wonderful activities and events offered at Sauter Village, a village that has a little bit of something for everyone.
Well, Kim, everybody's heard of Sauter Furniture. Absolutely a great name and a great product. But I don't know that everybody knows that you have this beautiful, wonderful village here in Archibald, Ohio. So tell us a little bit about what people find when they come here.
It's kind of a hidden gem. And, in Erie's retirement, he wanted to build a living history village where we could preserve and share the history of Northwest Ohio. And that's what we do here at Sauter Village. We are Ohio's largest living history destination. We offer guests experiences rich in history, hospitality, creativity, and fun. We are standing here on the Village Green. This is part of the Living History Village, where we have more than 40 historic homes and shops, all staffed with costume guides and working craftspeople. And that's what Erie wanted. He wanted to bring that history to life, and that's what we do here at Sauter Village. Hospitality is a key part of the Sauter Village experience. We have a 350-seat restaurant called the Barn Restaurant, where guests can really enjoy home-style dining at its best. Real roast beef, real mashed potatoes, chicken, pies that are made at our Dough Box Bakery. We have great shopping here, lots of unique shopping. We also have a 98-room country inn. Erie thought if people are traveling here to the heart of Northwest Ohio, rural, beautiful countryside, they're going to want a place to stay. So he built a beautiful country inn, 98 rooms. We have an indoor pool, hot tub, game room, exercise room. You can really get away from it all. And if you're more of a camper, we also have a 40-site campground where you can enjoy that countryside in your tent or RV and do some great fishing out at Little Lake Erie. It's great for families. It's great for seniors. It's great for all ages. Here in the historic village, it's not a guided tour, so you can take this at your own pace and do what is most interesting, to you and the guests that come with you.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
The Toledo Zoo is the first zoo to have a hip aquarium, and they offer 50% off admission with a Columbus Zoo Pass. Out and About Columbus met up with Jeff Saylor, who explained the newest attraction at the zoo this season called Wild Walkabouts, and we got to check out the newest additions to the zoo, baby animals.
Toledo Zoo's been here for over 100 years. It's a real fixture of this city, and it's very important to the people. Long history intertwined with the residents here. We've got the WPA buildings that were built during the Depression. We have the exhibits and the animals like Louis the elephant that was born here, and every year he has a birthday. It's just a very important place for the people here to come to, and you'll hear throughout the town how much they love their zoo. The most recent births we've had here were our twin polar bear cubs. They were born in November, and they're actually the siblings of the two female bears in Columbus. About 6 years apart with them, and it's their same mother and their same father. We've also had a baby gibbon born and a baby vulture born. So always something new and new being born and hatched or whatever here at the zoo. The Wild Walkabout exhibit is our seasonal exhibit this year. It's open from Memorial Day to September 2nd, just after Labor Day. It's a great chance for visitors to come and really see the animals from Australia, the animals down under. With that, we have a wallaby walkthrough where the kids can actually go in with the wallabies and sort of be in the exhibit with them and get up close to them. But I'd say our most popular attraction is our 17-foot long crocodile, Maru, who was brought to us by Block Communications, and he's the largest crocodile in the Western Hemisphere. We developed the hip aquarium, which is so popular that it's been copied by zoos around the world. And it was great because what it did was it allowed visitors to see hippos underwater for the first time ever. Even better, we were able to capture on video the first birth of a hippo. Hippos give birth underwater and had never been seen before. So that was able to be done here at the Toledo Zoo. It was just amazing.
Ohio's premier outdoor event facility and campground is just a short 30-mile drive from Columbus. Cardinal Center Campground and Shooting Center in Marengo. Take the family and enjoy today. Splash Bay is an indoor water park located in Maumee, Ohio, right off the turnpike. Jackie Zervos, manager of Splash Bay, sat down with Out and About Columbus to give us some good tips on cooling off at Splash Bay during the weekend.
Splash Bay, we're open Friday through Sunday, weekends only, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Fridays, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturdays, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays. And then we have 3 large water slides, 2 kiddie slides, a large activity pool with dump bucket, and spray features, and water cannons, and lily pad crossing, basketball shoot area, some floating features as well. Then we also have a lazy river and an indoor-outdoor spa. We have a concession stand in our arcade, and then we have like a large upper deck area where people can hold parties or group gatherings or just eat their food, watch down like the slides go. You can just play for the day, or you can choose to stay and play. We have different packages with the hotel. So if you get a room, you can also get 4 water park passes with the room package, or you can just come and play for the day, and then our prices are $23 for a half day and $29 for a full day. We do have one slide that is very popular. It's called the Red Hydro Spin, and it's like a toilet bowl almost, where you get rushed down the slide and thrown into this bowl and kind of spinned around and then dropped into like 7.5 feet of water. So it's kind of intense and fun, and seems to be the most popular slide we have.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. OutandAboutColumbus.com. Located in downtown Waterville, Ohio, Carruth Studio is the perfect place to find garden and home pieces that come alive. George Carruth and I discussed the importance of offering a variety of sculptures and home garden decors available to customers in store.
This is amazing, the stuff that you do here, and you call it quirky, I think was the word that you used, eh?
Well, it's kind of hard to describe. It is traditional garden art, but I try to put a fun spin on as many things as I can.
Of course we have traditional pieces. It's really that good.
But like this piece, if you can see this, this is the original piece we made out of clay. Mm-hmm. I sculpted this out of a pink clay using dental tools and lots of other little wooden tools I contrived.
It's amazing the detail.
Now here's the finished piece after we cast it in stone and put a patina on it. And this can be out in the ice and snow. We've been doing this for 30 years. The weather is not going to harm these. So when I say people come in here looking for an unusual gift, they're trying to buy for someone out of town. They don't know what to get them. They don't know what music they listen to. They walk around here and pretty soon they'll relate to something and say, my buddy, he would like that plaque. Yeah, he's a gardener, he's a chef, whatever.
So George, who's your typical customer that comes in the door? Because you've got something that looks like for everybody.
Well, the typical customer I enjoy is someone who's been to the shopping malls trying to find that unusual gift and can't find anything. Mm-hmm. And they come in here and start looking at the walls and they find it then. Those are the ones that please me. And I like the way they discover the detail. I'll kind of roam around the shop behind them so they don't know that I'm the artist. And it's fun just to watch them point at plaques and say, look, there's a ladybug there. There's a little inchworm climbing up the stalk of that plant. I get a kick out of that.
Yeah. How long does it typically take you to do one of these sculptures? I mean, obviously you look at the level of detail that's here and you think, it's going to take a year.
Yeah, it's kind of a time-consuming thing, but it's about 70, 80 hours for most pieces. But I love doing it. It's I can sit in front of a television with my dental tools and just while away the hours watching History Channel, Nature Channel, trying to get inspired for the next piece. So it's really not like work at all.
Coming up at 11:30, we venture through Roscoe Village and experience an Indian mud run in the heart of Coshocton. You don't want to miss the excitement right here on ABC 6 at 11:30 a.m.